The Dallas Cowboys just showed something that could flip the script on their entire season. This was not the stale offense many expected. It was sharper, faster, and more unpredictable. A team that looked one step behind late last year suddenly looked like it had reloaded, not just with talent, but with intent. From the first snap, you could feel the shift in pace, and the Eagles' defense felt it too. The question now is whether this is a glimpse of what Dallas is becoming or a one-night flash that fades away. What nobody is talking about is how much this attack already looks different. Dallas was once predictable with its formations, yet against Philadelphia they leaned into motion, spacing, and misdirection in ways that made their playmakers harder to track. It was not just window dressing, it created real mismatches. The offensive line, young but bruising, looked like it was built for exactly this style. You could sense it was only the start of something much bigger. But here's the twist. All of this momentum still hangs on one man, the quarterback. Dak Prescott did not just survive pressure, he thrived in it. And what he showed under fire might change the ceiling of this entire roster. Before we break down Dak's poise and the throws that had everyone buzzing, let's first dig into how the offense set the stage with motion, spacing, and rhythm that opened every door for their leader. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Cowboys and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. The Dallas Cowboys kept changing the picture before the snap, and the Eagles had to guess on the fly. Dallas used motion at snap on 42% of plays in this game, a huge jump from last year, and it showed. Stacks, bunch looks, and quick shifts pulled defenders out of their comfort spots, which turned tight windows into clean lanes. The best part was tempo with purpose. Every movement had a reason, and it kept Philadelphia reacting instead of dictating. The front five matched that plan with real force. Tyler Smith pulled with power and balance, the fullback sealed second-level traffic, and those actions opened natural cut lanes for the backs, while also setting up play action. Cooper Beebe stayed sturdy inside, Terrence Steele held his edge, and the right side kept talking through movement from the defense. Tyler Guyton is in his second year and saw real speed, yet he kept battling and learned as the game went on. Rookie Tyler Booker showed poise in his first start, and the timing across the unit kept the offense on schedule. Here's why that matters. Movement only pays off if the quarterback turns it into easy answers. The pre-snap shifts gave clear tells, and the pocket held long enough for the ball to come out on time. Now we get to the part that decides games. Dak Prescott read it fast, slid away from heat, and hit throws that most fans only notice on a second watch. Next up, we break down how the quarterback made this plan sing, and the one throw that quietly revealed the ceiling of this offense. The Dallas Cowboys turned space into chances, but the real story lives in the last split second at the catch point. This is where games swing, where a fingertip, a shoulder roll, or a late flash of the hands can change the drive. Nobody expected the smallest details to carry this much weight so early, yet here they were, shaping momentum and raising the ceiling for what this group can be. CeeDee Lamb set the tempo with sharp stems and burst out of breaks, and the coaching point is simple. Meet the ball strong and finish through contact without tipping your hands too soon. Jake Ferguson worked the soft spots with body control, and his best trait is how he shields the defender, then snaps his eyes to the ball for a clean tuck. Jalen Tolbert's route craft matters too, because one smart inside angle can pull the post safety just enough to free a shot. None of that is a knock on anyone. It is a clear path to turn tight throws into chain movers. Here is why this becomes dangerous for defenses. When receivers sell routes with patience and finish on time, the quarterback gains clear pictures and safe targets. Dallas has the skill talent to win those moments, and the tape shows they are closer than it may seem. Now let us study how the quarterback made that trust pay off under heat, and the single throw that hints at the true ceiling of this offense. Dak Prescott turned pressure into rhythm and made the hardest snaps look calm. He delivered 4 big-time throws, kept the ball out of harm with 0 turnover-worthy plays, and finished a night of constant heat with 0 sacks. The box score does not show how often he reset his feet, slid from trouble, and fired on time. You could feel it on each dropback. The ball kept finding the safe shoulder, the strike zone stayed tight, and the offense kept its nerve because the quarterback never blinked. Here is the throw that hints at the ceiling. A safety shades inside, the corner sits with outside leverage, and Dak sells the eyes just long enough to freeze the help. One slide step clears the rush, shoulders square, and the ball arrives ahead of the hit where only his guy can touch it. That is precision born from trust. It is not about hero shots, it is about reading the picture fast, making the clean choice, and putting it exactly where the play can live. This matters for what comes next. Pocket grace works only when the protection and the quarterback move as one. Dallas started to show that bond, and it changed how every route felt downfield. Now we pull the curtain on the group that made those beats possible, from the power on the left to the communication on the right, and why that growth up front can carry into the next game. The Dallas Cowboys won the middle of the field with muscle and timing. Tyler Smith fired out with real pop, then snapped his feet to stay square and keep rushers from crossing his face. Cooper Beebe kept the pocket clean by locking his hands inside and resetting when power showed up. Those two set a tone that let the quarterback climb with confidence and let routes finish on time. It looked less like 5 solo jobs and more like one group breathing in sync. The right side told a different story that still ended well. Terrence Steele handled inside counters by sitting down early and trusting help from the guard. Tyler Guyton is in his second season and saw every move in the book, yet he kept his base and recovered when speed turned into power. Rookie Tyler Booker had his first start and did not flinch. He found work when uncovered, reached the second level with balance, and kept his eyes moving when the Eagles tried games up front. Communication held. You could hear it in the way stunts were passed and late pressure fizzled. All of that matters for what comes next. When the pocket is steady and the edges are honest, Dallas can lean into pulls, traps, and counters that punish fast flow. The same look that sells a throw can also spring a crease, and that is where this plan starts to sting. Now we get to the ground attack that ties it all together, and the simple call that flips pursuit into yards. The Dallas Cowboys used the ground game to bend the defense at the edges and in the gaps. Guards wrapped, tight ends sifted across the formation, and the fullback kicked out just enough to create honest lanes. Double teams climbed with timing. The backside cutoff stayed clean, and that invited calm one-cut runs that kept the chains moving while also setting up later play-action shots. Javonte pressed the crease with patience, then finished through contact when it mattered, a simple formula that steals momentum. Miles Sanders ripped a 49-yard burst that showed the value of the design, and the correction is clear: secure the ball through the roll and finish the run. On the night Dallas sat at 5.4 yards per carry, not as a hollow number but as proof that the blocking and the backfield vision matched the plan. Jadon Blue adds a spark profile that fits this style, a north and burst approach that punishes over pursuit. Here is why this becomes a problem for opponents. When the run forces second-level eyes to cheat, play action turns into open throws and long drives. That rhythm also helps your own defense breathe and control field position. Now the focus flips to the other side of the ball, where a shaky start gave way to steady answers, and two safeties quietly set the tone for the entire second half. The Dallas Cowboys defense struggled early but adjusted after halftime, with safeties Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson tightening coverage and eliminating big plays. Up front, Sam Williams pressured the edge, Odigizua disrupted inside, while Dante Fowler, Jay Toya, and Solomon Thomas added steady snaps, and corners Deron Bland and Trevon Diggs locked down the outside. The only consistent challenge came from quarterback scrambles, highlighting a need for sharper contain and spy work. By limiting easy gains and closing pockets, Dallas gave its offense better chances, and carrying that balance forward with minor adjustments could quickly elevate the entire team. Your move. What is your confidence level in this offense on a scale of 1 to 10 after this game? Which single change would you make first for Giants Week? Stronger hands at the catch or sharper communication on the right side? Who gets the next deep dive? Dak Prescott, Tyler Smith, or CeeDee Lamb? Like the video, subscribe, and drop your answers in the comments section. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.